It's 9 a.m. here in New York. I'm Samuel Burke sitting in for Maggie Lake, and this is World Business Today. Coming up this hour, record profits but slowing sales. Apple predicts life will get tougher in the year ahead. Debt relief for Greece in exchange for housing refugees. We're talking to the man behind a controversial new plan. And feuding with Fox, Donald Trump says he will boycott Thursday's Republican debate. We're just minutes away from Facebook's earnings report. We'll get you those numbers the moment they come out. First, though, a warning from the world's most valuable company. Apple says it expects sales in the current quarter will fall for the first time in 13 years. Its shares are down more than 4% in pre-market trade. It wasn't all bad news, though. The tech giant did post a record profit of $18.4 billion on Tuesday, retaining its title as the world's most profitable company, and that's despite slowing sales, which CEO Tim Cook blamed on the strengthening dollar. I want to bring in Ross Gerber, CEO of the investment firm Gerber Kawasaki. He joins me very early from Los Angeles. Ross, the key question I have, is this an environmental or fundamental situation that Apple's facing?
Well, I thought the earnings report was great. I mean, what can they do when the whole world is basically going through this massive, almost like a recession globally? And so despite the headwinds, they had very solid numbers. But Apple is still sort of a bellwether for the global economy. And so they're going to have to kind of deal with the headwinds that are being caused by this rapid decline in oil and the total shift in the mix of where money is going in the world.
And Ross, I got to ask you, are you worried that Apple has become over-reliant on the iPhone?
Well, no. I mean, look, everybody has an iPhone now. We can now say that Apple devices are everywhere in the world. I mean, I have 8 in my own home. And so they make such good products. There isn't such a need to replace them so quickly. So Apple hardware, we're going to have to get over the fact that hardware is not a growing business as much. And it's all about services, and all the other things that Tim Cook is doing are working great. So if you look at iTunes and the App Store and Apple Music and then on the product side, Apple Watch and Apple TV, they're doing very, very well. And that area of the company is growing incredibly fast. So we can't, we have to accept that we're going through a shift from a hardware company to a services company.
All right, Ross Gerber, CEO of Gerber Kawasaki, thanks so much for joining us. Let's get you directly to a snapshot of pre-market trading. It's looking like a lower open for stocks. You see it all in red there for the Dow, NASDAQ, as well as the S&P. Stocks rallied Tuesday thanks to that bounce in oil prices, but now oil is down today and stocks look set to fall in tandem. Apart from Apple, a weaker than expected profit outlook from aerospace giant Boeing, and that's hurting the mood of the markets this morning. CNN's Paul LaMonica joins me now with the latest. Paul, Boeing has just had a great 2015. Airlines are looking better overall. So why is Boeing stock down now?
Yeah, Boeing had a great 2015, and that's part of the problem. They had record deliveries of their commercial jets. The problem now is that they expect demand to slow a little bit. In 2016, commercial deliveries are going to be down. And even though Boeing is a big defense company as well, the jet business, the airline, selling planes to the big airlines, that's 2/3 of their overall revenue. And the slowdown in that business is going to lead to lower profits than Wall Street was expecting for the year. And that's the main reason why Boeing stock is crashing this morning. At last check, it was down almost 6% pre-market. That's likely to have a bigger impact on the Dow today than Apple.
All right, Paul, I'm going to have to interrupt you. Stand by. Facebook earnings are in, and it looks like the social network has knocked the ball out of the park. The market was expecting earnings of 68 cents per share. Facebook has earnings of 75 cents per share. Market also hoping for revenue of $5.36 billion. Facebook easily crossing that number. $5.4 billion is the number for revenue. The holy grail for so many social networks, especially Facebook, active users. The market was hoping that Facebook would add 30 million. Facebook added 32 million. Guys, that means that Facebook has 1.6 billion users on their platform. Compare that to their closest rival, Twitter, with just 300 million users. It's pretty hard to remember that not too long ago, Facebook was trading below $20, and now it looks ready to cross that $100 mark with this incredibly robust earnings report. Maybe that'll happen today, but don't forget, so much can change during the investors' call. Our team is listening in right now, and we will have an update for you shortly. Also ahead on the show, the Italians are sold, and now he's wooing the French. We're following the Iranian president on his European trade tour. That's coming right up.